Hi, I'm Glen Peloso, and we're here at my house. And one of the things that I've been worrying about for the last little while is what to do about the roof. Shingles have been coming off, but apparently about 7 or 8 years ago when I bought this house, the roof was brand new. It looks terrible, and in big storms I could see big sheets of roofing coming off. I'd have to pick them up after a storm and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it's time to do something different. Started to do a little bit of research. What I understood was that steel roofs were really for something that was meant specifically for new construction or commercial buildings. But I learned I was wrong. You can re-roof with a steel roof, and it actually is a great product to use. So what I'm going to do is something called Galvalume, which is a very highly reflective roof surface. So what it does is reflects the sun's heat. What that does is allow you to save a whole lot of energy on the consumption in the house. The other thing that I really like is I'm going to do this one time for the next 50 years. Now, I don't know that I'm still going to be around when the roof needs to be replaced. I hope so. I'll probably need a wheelchair to come and look at it, but if that's the truth, I'm going to be very happy. So after doing a whole lot of research and the difference between doing something that is a tar roof and doing a steel roof, what I decided on was a steel roof. It's a little bit more expensive. However, what you get for the long term is worth the extra cost. And as my grandfather always used to say, buy once and buy well.
Wow.
This is the good side.
It's like a sunburn.
I'm surprised it's not leaking right now.
So is there a roof? There's a roof under that roof?
No, that's the same roof because it overlays on top of each other.
Right.
So now you're relying on the second part that's under. Now
That's the
hopefully
part
there's
that's
some
scary.
felt paper. I mean, you got no roof left there. That's baking in the sun.
I was too just a second ago.
So one of the buzzwords that you're going to hear a little bit about in the world of roofing when you start to explore that is high albedo. What it means is essentially that the roof is highly reflective. So imagine the sun is beating down on your roof, and if your roof is black, a lot of that heat is going to be absorbed into the house. In the very same way that if you go to the beach in a black shirt, you're a whole lot warmer than you are than the people who are wearing white shirts. High albedo does something which makes it reflective. So essentially you've gone to the beach in an aluminum shirt. What that does is reflect all of the sunshine that's coming onto you, reflect all of the heat away from you, which allows the heating and cooling that's in your house to stay in a homeostatic kind of way. That's run by your furnace, as opposed to you having to mitigate for how sunny it is outside, how much sunshine there is outside, and how hot the day happens to be. So when you're looking for a new roof, look for something called high albedo. It's a little bit like your libido, except for it's for your roof. Hey, so today is the day we're getting started working on the roof. You can say Vince and Don Juan are up there. We're bringing shingles up. It's a little bit of a rainy day, but we do what we can. We just keep. It's going to be a new steel roof on a new day with some new rain. We're doing what we have to do. This is that albedo product that I was telling you about. It has a reflective surface. It still has that modeling that's like a slate. So what happens is both the cold and the warmth are kept in your house because they're reflected by the sun's rays or reflecting off of the albedo. I'm just helping them get this stuff up there, so got to get back to work. Excuse me. I bring you Galvalume. It looks way better. Way, way better. It's surprising how damaging the sun can be, but for the old roof, it obviously really damaged it, and now it looks like it just did a little I've got, you know, SPS 50 on that now. That's pretty fantastic. So it's been about a year since I've seen you folks, and I've realized over the course of the year the roof has made a huge difference. Not only do I never worry about it again, never do I come outside and see a shingle on the ground and think, oh my goodness, did that come from my place? I know for sure it came from one of the neighbors, so now I just dropped off back at their house and recommend that, you know, you wouldn't have this problem if you just went to New Steel Roofers and then you'd have this roof, not the one that's falling off your house currently. The other thing that's really fantastic is over the course of the summer and the winter, you notice that there's a huge heat savings or cooling savings because of the insulation value that the roof gives. So what happens over that course of time, the amount of cool that you create in the house and the amount of heat that you create in the house stays in the house as opposed to leaking out through the roof. The benefit there is that what happens in terms of your own pocketbook is you save some. So whatever extra you spent on the roof, you're now going to recoup in the energy cost that you're going to recoup over the space of time. The other great thing is you're not just concerned about yourself and your own roof, you also have to be a little bit concerned about the environment. We're only going to have so much fossil fuel to be able to heat and cool, and conserving it as best we can is a really good thing. We have to leave something to the kids. Often when you have to redo your roof, what ends up happening is they have to come with a dumpster and take everything off and throw it into the garbage. This way, everything that was there, which added some insulated value anyway, stayed there. We just went right over top. So we didn't throw anything into the landfill. We used it as an insulation and just went right over top. I think I've had a fantastic experience over this year, and I'm hoping that I'll see you again in about, 20 years or so. 25 we can check in. I'll probably be in a wheelchair or a walker, or I might just be sitting down slobbering. However, the roof is still going to be 100%. That's completely amazing. It's windy outside, but the nice thing is when it's windy, the roof's still going to stay on.